how to stop worrying. You will have only one more problem. Just by mind, you cannot stop worrying. The whole mental structure has to be broken. The whole planning, the whole programming has to be broken. That is the only way to break the worrying attitude. Example that in Yoga Sutra, there's a beautiful word called samskara. I wanted all of you to understand this word, samskara. A small example. First time, if you lose $10,000 in your business, you start worrying. Oh, what will happen if the same thing continues? What will happen to my business? All these things you start worrying. After a year, if you lose just $1,000, you start getting the same amount of worry. The amount of depression, the amount of worry which you had when you lost $10,000, the same will repeat if you lose 1,000 also. After some time, if you lose just $100, the same amount of worry will be repeated. Because traveling in the path of worry has become a usual thing for you. The road is already made. Now just driving is not a big thing. The samskara is created. That is what in yoga they call it samskara. Means the mental path or the mental thinking setup. After some time, you don't have to lose even a single dollar. You know how to worry. By the time you master the art of worrying. In the initial level, you need some reason, outside reason. After some time, you don't need any outside reason. You are perfectly alright just with your mind. Even if you don't find any reason, even if you can't make any reason, what do you think? Today things are going so perfectly alright. What is going to happen tomorrow? I don't know. Almost everybody has got an idea. If today things go well, tomorrow something bad is going to happen. That has become a faith. That has become a normal belief. If you get some reason, you start worrying based on that reason. If you don't get any reason, you start worrying about, oh, there is nothing to worry. Tomorrow what is going to happen? It becomes just mental setup. It became just mental habit. The word habit is a beautiful word. You all should understand the word habit. If you remove H, a bit will be there. A-B-I-T. H-A-B-I-T. If you remove H, a bit will be there. If you remove A, bit will be there. If you remove B, it will be there. Only when you remove the I, it will die. Only when you remove the I, it will die. The very word has got a clear meaning. Worrying has become your mental habit. It has become your mental structure. It has become your samskara. If you just understand this one word samskara, you can understand the whole session. Samskara is the key word. It became a samskara in you. First thing you should understand, worrying has no reason. If you think worrying has got a reason, you will find some reason. If I start asking for the reason, people tell me, Swamiji, I don't have issues, I don't have son, that is my worry. The other one says, I have son, he is the only worry. One says, I don't have money. The other one says, I have too much of money, I don't know where to hide. See, if you catch reasons, if you try to find reasons, it will never end. Worry has no reason. It is just an inner attitude. Your internal response, your internal attitude towards your life. Worrying is just the response, the way in which you respond to the society, nothing else. It is your conscious choice which you make, the way, it is your choice. It is your way of responding to the outer world. It is just up to you to decide, to choose your mental setup. Of course, the suppression is one of the important reason for the worries. Suppressing anger, suppressing violence, suppressing your krodha. Krodha is not anger or violence. Krodha is like a vengeance. Vengeance is the right word for krodha. Vengeance. Suppressed anger, suppressed violence, suppressed vengeance. These are the main reason which spoils your navel chakra. And when the navel chakra is spoiled, whatever you think, it will be just nothing but worry. It's like once you poison the pond, how much water you take and supply, it will be just poisoned water. So once, if you visualize a pond with a fountain, if the pond is poisoned, fountain water also will be poisoned. The pond is the Manipuraka, your inner chattering is the fountain, your thinking is the fountain. If the pond is poisoned, naturally the fountain also will be poisoned. One more thing you should understand. The words which you use when you speak play a major role in your mind. People who shout at others, who use very violent words towards others, you can see they will have more depression. Because you have only one mind. You don't have two minds. You have only one mind. It's like a knife. If you use it on others, naturally the same knife only you are going to handle yourself also. If you are using hard words upon others, naturally you will use the same words only upon yourself when you do a mistake. Person who shouts at others will have deeper guilt. Whenever you become angry upon somebody, you become mad at somebody, immediately you shout at them. You use very hard words on others. When you become mad at yourself, when you get the anger on yourself, you use the same sharp words on your own being. So the language which you use on others plays an important role in your life. Please understand, even in the dreams, try to avoid using harsh language. Try to use very mild and beautiful words. If you think just because you can afford, if you use, naturally you will see, you will be using the same word unconsciously on yourself. I wanted every one of you to understand. For example, your junior or your subordinate, if you make it as a habit shouting at him, if you make shouting at others as a habit, your husband or your wife, your kids, if you make shouting at others as a habit, when you do some mistake, when you create self-pity on you, when you create a guilt, you will be creating a deeper guilt using the same words towards you. You don't have two minds. We think, oh, when I shout at others, I shout, but for me, I will make a different rule. Never think. Consciously, you may make one rule for others and one rule for yourself, but unconsciously, you use the same words which you use upon others. It's like a double-edged sword. You try to kill others, and with the same sword only you try to commit suicide. So the words which you use upon others are going to be used upon yourself by yourself. You don't have so much of awareness continuously to remember the word which I used upon others should not be used on me. No, you don't have so much of awareness. So be very clear. In the ancient tradition of the rishis, they say a beautiful word, Vak Brahma, means your words are God. You will be surprised how words can become God. But you do not know the power of the words. If you continuously repeat the same word, oh, I am worried, I am depressed, what can I do? You will really start feeling. If you continuously say, I am happy, I am alright, I am blissful, continuously you will see You are really happy. You are really blissful. You are really enjoying. It is the words which you use, nothing else. The words which you use only becomes your life, becomes your mind, becomes your being. So be very careful about usage of your words. A small homework for you to do in the house. Just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes, not more than 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Keep alarm. Just 5 minutes. Write down in a paper whatever comes to your mind. Don't think purposely. Just start writing, pen down, whatever comes to your mind. After 1 minute you will see suddenly you will forget that you are writing and mind will go somewhere, wandering. When you remember, again start writing. So whatever comes to your mind, start writing just for 5 minutes. That will give you a tremendous clarity. You will be shocked to see how big mad asylum is running inside. How big mad asylum is going on inside. You will understand how big mad house you are running inside. We always think asylums are in the, mad people are in the asylum. And people who are in the asylum, they always think mad people are all outside. And be sure, except only one credit, we are majority, there is no difference. Because we are majority, we put them all inside the compound. There is no credit. What is the credit? Tell me. Where is the scale to say we are right and they are wrong? Only one scale. We are majority. That is the only thing we can claim. Can you tell anything else? No. How can you say they are wrong and we are right? And they claim we are right and you are wrong. You have no scale. If you just read your mind, if you write your inner chattering, just for 5 minutes, I am not telling, don't do it for 6 minutes, just for 5 minutes, then you will understand how much your thoughts are illogical, not at all related to others, no connection, and how much your thoughts are violent. But you have to do one thing. Please write down honestly. Don't judge. The moment it comes, don't say, oh, it is bad thought, I should not write. It's wrong thought, I should not think like this. Don't do all these things. Just allow it to come out and copy it, that's all. Then read out. I am not telling you to show it to somebody. Just you are going to read out. It is a homework to look into yourself. Then you will understand how illogical, how mad and how violent your thoughts. Only with this mad asylum you are living. Now it is time to break, to open the madness, to pull the insanity out, to break the old mental setup. There is a beautiful technique. I wanted you to know the power of this meditation technique before you do it. One lady who had a psoriasis, 20 years of psoriasis, she came to me. She said she has gone to all possible doctors and all possible medication. I told her to do this meditation technique. For 21 days, you will be surprised to know, in 15 days the psoriasis got completely healed. And it never came back. Never came back. That's the power of this meditation technique. Actually, your whole life is nothing but your mental structure. If we can break that mental structure, and if we can break the walls of the pool and make yourself again as a stream, you are flowing like a stream, and the ori has become like a dam. Then you become a pool, well pool. If we can break the dam again, and if you can allow yourself to flow like a stream, you will see again you become a river. Your whole life can be changed. This is the technique to break the mental structure. Any of you have these three problems: depression and stomach, anything related to stomach or any pains in the body and any skin disease, take up this meditation for 21 days. You will see miraculously you are healed. Miraculously you will be healed. Let me explain this technique. Technique is a very powerful technique. Just one line. It says, speak in the language which you don't know. Speak in the language which you don't know. Rajiv, how many languages you know? What are the language? Telugu, Hindi, English, Kannada. No Tamil? Konjam? Then I had Tamil also. Malayalam parayumo? Manasilagumo? No. Any French, these Western languages? No. These 5. That's all, nothing else. Okay. You can't speak in these 5 languages. You can speak in any other language. If you know 5 languages, you can't speak in those languages. Speak in the language which you do not know. You may ask, what do you mean by this, Swamiji? Have you seen the kids? If you feed them and put them in the cradle, they will start blabbering. They will kick the hands and legs and they will start blabbering and bluffing. Actually, they are doing a meditation technique, helping the Manipuraka to digest. You see, they won't do in the whole day. Only when you feed them and put them in the cradle, they will start. You observe the kids. Only when you feed them and put them in the cradle, they will start blabbering. Because the Manipuraka gets adjusted. The body of a child, infant, is totally filled with intelligence. So it knows how to correct itself. Only in the journey of so-called growing, you forget all the techniques. And any yoga master is here? There are main 12 yogasanas. They call it Surya Namaskar. Every child does all the 12 asanas without being taught before the age of 7. Whether it is born in the India or in the West or in the East or anywhere, North or South, anywhere, wherever he might have taken birth, without teaching, all the 12 asanas will be done by him. Because the body has got its own intelligence. Only in the process of growing, you lose all the intelligence. And now again you have to learn and shout. This is the technique to open the Manipuraka. Actually, when you start creating sounds, all the suppressed emotions will start coming up. Scream as much as possible. Fight with whomsoever you want. Yes. Okay. Let us enter into the meditation technique. Understand the technique. You are going to throw away all the suppressions. Even in the psychotherapy, they use this technique as catharsis. They call it as catharsis. They make you to do this technique. Nothing. Just fight with the people with whom you want to fight. Jump, shout, scream, roll, do whatever you want. Only thing, don't beat the neighbor. Just spare him or her. Except that, do whatever you want. Try your best to vomit out your karmas. Create as much as possible sounds so that the Pandora box opens. See, only in the first 1 or 2 minutes you will feel little what to shout, what to do, and little awkward. After 2-3 minutes you will see the whole Pandora box opens. Inside the full Pandora box is there. Who is there inside? All scorpion, snake, crocodile, everybody is inside. All will come out. Once the Pandora box opens, then there is no problem. Everybody will come out. It is just to throw away the suppressions